Hello and welcome back. As of today, it's been 114 years since the Titanic, the ship of dreams, and the unsinkable ship took 2 hours and 40 minutes after hitting an iceberg to descend to her final resting place on the bottom of the seafloor. And we're going to get into some of the details, but I think it's absolutely wild how time works, the passing of time, because in 1912, it sounds like so long ago, but my great-grandma was born in 1912 at the end of April, and I remember her like it was yesterday, so it can't be that long ago. In the human history of things, it's the twinkling of an eye. Isn't that absolutely wild? Moving right along, we're going to get into some of the lesser known facts. Maybe you know some of these facts, maybe you don't. So the Titanic was actually picked up by the Carpathia, not the Olympus. It wasn't the people of the Olympus ship. It was the Carpathia who picked up the passengers. I just had this discussion with an elderly man, and he swore up and down it was the Olympus. We all live and learn. Milton Hershey was also supposed to be on the Titanic, but he canceled his reservation last minute because he had prior business engagements. Can you imagine a world without Hershey's chocolate? Anyway, isn't that absolutely crazy that one split-second decision changed the course of his history and his legacy that he leaves? Anyway, the 1997 movie, The Titanic, actually cost more to film than the Titanic cost to build. I did not know that until just recently. Let's get into the numbers. Oh, also, there were 13 couples that were celebrating their honeymoon. Yikes. That's why I'm still single. Anyway. There were actually 30 engineers, and not one of them made it out alive because they all stayed behind to keep the power on, to get people out of there and give them the best chance of survival. And that is pretty heroic if you ask me. And also the band never stopped playing. They were calming people down as the ship was going down. I can't imagine. Can't even imagine. But let's get into some numbers now. So the price of a third-class ticket, I mean, you think of third class being third class, but no, third-class ticket was $20 back in 1912, and that was $800 in today's money. And then if you wanted a second-class passenger ticket, that would cost you $60. And $60 in today's money would be $2,700. And a first-class berth passenger ticket, because there was two different first-class passenger tickets. The berth package would cost you $150, excuse me, my own writing. Anyway, the berth package would cost you $150, which was $4,591. And then a first-class suite package would run you $4,350. And hold on to your pearls and pocketbooks when I tell you that that would have been $133,132. Yeah, I mean, I would expect a few free meals out of that. My goodness, I don't know if they sold their house, how they got those first-class passenger, but it didn't even matter. The safety didn't buy, the price didn't buy you safety, it just bought you a ticket. Think about it. Life is so short. Buy the money, buy the tickets, but it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things if you were third class or if you were first class. They all met with the same fate and the same chances of survival. Also, they talk about how the ship itself, when they go down to visit it at the seafloor, is deteriorating and there's not going to be anything left. But I don't know about that because I saw a documentary recently and there was still water in the bathtubs, every one of them. It's got to be preserved somehow. That was terrible. My apologies, but tell me what your favorite Titanic fact was, and have a lovely week.